Hey guys, welcome back to GreyWolf TV. We are continuing our brand new series of Person of Interest. This is episode 2. So the initial episode pilot that we watched was introducing us to what I believe is our two main characters, as well as a couple of others, Finch and Reese. Finch appears to be extremely rich. I don't know if he's a millionaire or a billionaire. I'm going to go with a millionaire, but he's the guy who, up until recently, was only interested in one thing, money, and invented this system that the government now use to be able to pinpoint and target those people that they class as a national security threat and those who are non-relevant, and we're the ones that are picking up on the non-relevant stuff when this machine discards them every night, which is what he's scraping from the machine. I don't know what to call it yet. I don't know if they actually end up giving it a name. It's just the machine for the time being. And Reese, he's the dark horse, the guy with the unfamiliar background. We know nothing about him other than he was on the streets by choice. Appears to be ex-military, black ops, whatever, extremely well armed, extremely well trained, pretty deadly with his hands, and he's kind of just taken this on and agreed to work for him. So that's pretty much all we have so far. The only other thing is, in the midst of the initial episode, Reese has managed to kind of get one of these cops who was, I wouldn't say completely dirty, but was erring on the wrong side of things. He's kind of gotten him as an informant now, which I think is quite ingenious because it usually works the other way around. So we're going to carry on. This is episode 2.
Tied up here at work. House. We'll grab a bite, okay? Usual place. Okay. See you in 30. Yeah, bye.
Those for your wife?
Yes.
Are they?
I thought your wife liked roses. Little relationship advice. If you're gonna step out on your wife, you need to think it through. Do you work here? You and your wife are having some problems. It happens. Now, some women would just leave you. But some women, they might just hire a couple of guys to come to your office, dismantle your surveillance cameras, to make it look like a robbery gone wrong.
Oh, crap. Damn, bitch. She's gonna have been taking him out.
I got a job for you. High priority. Triple your usual fee.
What's the name?
No problems last night. 2 hitmen were waiting to kill a guy, just like you said they'd be.
Oh, he
I
knew.
took care of it. Good.
This one is somewhat unusual. I'll let you know where to go. And Mr. Reese, we'll meet on my schedule.
And stop following me.
This rich guy was on his way home, said a couple of guys tried to kill him, and this other gentleman, quote, intervened, unquote.
Why the suit?
Let me guess. Some guy in a suit.
The number we've received is for a girl named Teresa Whitaker, 15 years old. This situation is somewhat unique.
She's already dead.
You see, Teresa Whitaker should be right here. She was murdered along with the rest of her family 2 years ago.
Is this the government feeds? Direct from NSA at Fort Meade. That's every email, every phone call. I'm starting with the basics here. I'm trying to teach you to track people.
This
using
was him
cell phone
building it.
location data, facial recognition. I'm almost ready to move on to the next problem. Wiretap phones, bank
Keywords.
transactions, looking for people that are hiding something.
2 years ago, our father Grant takes the family for a weekend sail. No one comes home. According to the police, he shot his wife and kids, then turned the gun on himself. The machine sees almost everything. If the girl's number has come up, she must be alive.
Name's Teresa Whitaker, 2-year-old murder-suicide out in Bowery Bay. Get me the file.
Wish that he would have come to me. Wish he would have reached out.
Since has been popped multiple times for shoplifting, carrying a concealed weapon.
So if Teresa didn't go to family, maybe she went to friends.
We wrote the term life policies for Grant Whitaker. You and your husband, Eric, are listed as next of kin?
Does this mean that they're gonna stop searching for Teresa? Her body, I mean?
The
Police have concluded their investigation. You don't have any contact information on your ex-husband, do you?
No, we've barely spoken since we split. I have an old cell phone number. Now I'm not even an aunt. Smart as a whip, Teresa.
You're trigger-happy hobo, Carter.
Only now he's a killer in a suit.
Well, maybe he's a recovering diplomat.
They pulled the whole file.
Feds. This one's above your pay grade, Carter.
It is. Bingo! But is she still watching the kid? Damn, she is serious. He's just slashed him with a box cutter. Jesus.
We're gonna need it a little faster, okay? You gotta keep up.
I did some digging down in HR. Seems you worked here for 17 years. So how many of these people know you own the entire company?
None of them.
I'll make it quick then. The good news, the girl is alive. And, kicking. She left this at an ATM machine.
It's a skimmer. It captures account numbers and pins. And I want to look at Grant Whitaker's finances much more carefully.
Good. Because this was a hit for hire. And I'm gonna look into the shooter. Fusco's CI pointed me towards a contract killer named Solnick. Problem is, Solnick got himself locked up for a separate job, so I've arranged to visit. I'd like to talk to you about that family you murdered and dumped in the Bowery Bay.
That's not a good start.
I get it. You're like me. A killer. But what I don't know is why you let the girl live. I wouldn't have killed the girl. Guys who kill kids aren't popular in jail. Solnick's been defending his honor.
The people that hired him may have found out he didn't kill Teresa. Whitaker was sole investor in all his real estate deals except one.
Oh.
He bought a couple of parcels of land with a real estate holding company, Landale.
Landale. I think I just found Teresa's Uncle Derek. Why would he turn up here?
That's gonna have to wait.
Teresa just tried to sell those account numbers online. It's at 89th and West End. Get moving.
I know what happened to you and your family. I'm here to help you.
She's just terrified.
Leave me alone.
You're really shouldn't lie to kids.
Oh, hell.
Teresa. You don't trust me now.
I don't know you.
Ordered you room service. It's a $50 cheeseburger. Do you have any idea who targeted your family?
No.
Did it have anything to do with your Uncle Derek?
Before that man put a bullet in his head. Said it was Derek's fault.
Hello. Teresa, this is Harold, and he's gonna stay with you.
Nice room.
Took the liberty of booking the whole floor.
I hacked the uncle's cell phone account. The GPS signal is active, but he's not answering.
Something about Grant's assets coming out of probate. I gave him
Oh, shit.
Anyway, call me back, please. Sometime this year.
Bunch of land out in Brooklyn ruined by an oil spill. Now you're cutting a deal with them, aren't you?
I tried to help Grant.
You helped him all right. Right into an early grave. Did you hire the hitman yourself? Or did you let Landale do it?
I never meant for anyone to get hurt.
Well, they did.
Grant, he swore that Greenpoint was gonna be the big one. He just didn't have enough to cover all the parcels, so I told him I knew these guys. Grant swore that it was gonna be a 10-bagger as soon as the government cleaned up the site. But like everything with the government, it took too damn long. Landale wanted the money out immediately. The kicker is that Grant was right.
All these people and this damn machine, you knew.
Right.
That someone wanted to harm them, kill them.
This thing looks for plotters, for schemers. It looks for malicious intent.
You want to play God? Is that
No,
it?
I don't. That's the whole point. If anyone else ever found out there'd be such an outcry, they'd turn it off.
How are we supposed to live with this? Knowing that someone out there needs help.
Well, we don't have to. I've coded the machine. Every night at midnight, it deletes the irrelevant list.
Kid's worth a fortune, Finch.
Yep.
The land the father bought panned out 50-fold.
Do we know who ordered the hit?
Calhoun, the father's business partner. I've got eyes on him.
So, I'll ask you one more time.
Where's the girl?
You sure we're free and clear on this?
Nope.
Rezoned for residential. Hell, you could break ground as early as next month.
All about this.
Thank you for calling the Fenwick, New York. How can I assist you?
And now he knows where she is. Absolutely deserves it.
You really need to watch where you're going. Call off the dogs. Teresa Whitaker. Right now.
That was kind of pointless. Already seen your face.
I can see him.
He's 3 doors away. Yeah. Oh my god. It's next door. I know what he's doing. He's trying to buy him as much time.
You come in?
I can't get through there. You have to go without me.
God damn.
Wait for my signal.
He's not gonna fall for that.
This guy's as dangerous as they get.
Sweetheart, what are you doing here?
Are you Detective Carter?
Yes. My friend said I could trust you.
Hotel staff said they might have seen 2 people coming and going, but it's nothing on the surveillance cameras.
Of course there isn't. Part of the bed.
Don't call me Mr. Reese.
I'll call you.
That was episode 2 of Person of Interest. I was given a little bit of heads up by a lot of you that to give this series time, because initially, while it's setting itself up as a series and introducing us to the characters and the way that they work, it may kind of feel like episode of the week, which I'm perfectly okay with. I don't have a problem with that because I'm from the era of television where that's all you had. You didn't have expanded continuous storylines and character development. You know, a lot of series just told episode of the week and that was it. You got a few little quirky bits about your characters and you didn't really get much more. They never delved too much into their private lives and background. So if this is what we get with to begin with, I'm perfectly okay with that. However, we got a little bit absolute scumbag of a uncle who got involved with her father and just saw dollar signs, and because these people that he put his brother in touch with were dirty, it all went wrong. I totally get the guy that he went to see in prison that went, hey, I'm a killer, same as you, but I don't kill kids. Because that's not popular in prison. Anything to do with you doing anything to children in prison is going to get you shivved and dead at some point. But people like this guy who had arranged all of this, the guy who he took out with the truck, who had sent the guy to kill her, walking around in a suit with a smile on his face. Those people don't care who they hurt, who they intimidate, who gets in their way, adult or children. They'll run over the lot of them, and he was prepared to do that. Even when he hit him with the truck and he said call him off, he's like, it's too late, I can't. The guy's bleeding on the floor after that and he still was not prepared to budge. Scumbags, they always come with a suit and a smile. Not all bad guys are, you know, scruffy, tough-looking dudes with a gun. They're just not. Finch is a mysterious git. I want to know more about him than I do Reese, because Reese kind of fits your standard profile of someone who has got a sordid past, has military training of one kind or of another, has lost someone who was important to him while he was away doing whatever the work he was doing. But Finch is the mysterious one. And the minute he's tracked him down to working in his own building, in his own office building, posing as just some regular software engineer who's not quite really up to the task to stay completely under the radar, even though he owns the whole thing. The minute he's found that out at the end, he's just gone, dumps everything in the trash can, and it's I'll call you, you don't call me. There's something with this guy, I don't know what yet, I can't put my finger on it yet, but we did get some background and a flashback to where all this initiated when he first started with the machine in 2002, which fits the timescale because he said they asked me to come up with this not long after 9/11, and then we jumped to 2007 with what was his partner, who was giving him I don't know, giving him the human side that maybe he couldn't see at the time, even though he was aware of it, and saying we can't just ignore all this irrelevant data that it's churning out. But his solution at the time was just to have it just delete it all. So something changed somewhere at some point. I don't know if his partner's, has it mentioned whether his partner's still around or his partner's died? I can't remember now. I think it told us in the initial episode. Tell me down in the comments, because I can't recall that. Well, obviously he ended up sole investor of all of this, sold it to the military, and he's decided maybe if his partner is dead, he's decided to take on that task of doing what he wanted and making sure that all these so-called irrelevant people who are going to be the victim of a crime or perpetrate a crime, that we do something with them. So I just can't remember whether it mentioned whether his partner's alive or dead. I need to know that, so please, if you know, tell me. But as I said, that was kind of episode of the week, but that was perfectly okay with me. At least the girl had someone at the end there, her aunt, and she's going to be okay. She's going to have plenty of money, but I don't really think she cares about that at all. She's been on the run for 2 years, not knowing what the hell happened or why, just that she was witness to it all and knew at some point that it was money that got her father in this amount of trouble, because the rest of them was taken out and she was the only witness. It made sense now as to why they come looking back for the girl the minute they knew about his probate thing. But the father was spot on about it. They just weren't prepared to wait. Anyway, we'll be back for episode 3 in a few days' time. If you want to watch this in full length, it will be available on Patreon. All you've got to do is check the link in the description. And if you're not already subscribed, guys, and you enjoy Person of Interest, by all means, click that subscribe button, turn your notifications on, and you will know when another one is available. I will see you for episode 3 very soon. Till then, thanks very much for watching. Take care.